There was a time in my life when I truly believed I was destined to fail. Not because someone told me I would, but because I kept proving it to myself. Again and again. I was the kid who always came in last. Last to finish tests. Last to get picked in sports. Last to believe in myself. And the worst part? I thought that was just who I was. I remember sitting alone after school, head down, staring at my notebook filled with red marks and corrections. The voice in my head whispered, "You're just not good enough." That voice was always there. Whispering. Judging. Laughing. But there was one evening I'll never forget. I came home after failing yet another math test. I tossed my backpack to the floor and collapsed onto the couch. My thoughts were spinning. Why do I even try? What's the point? My father sat next to me. He didn't say much at first. Then he looked at me and said, "You know, son, diamonds are just coal under pressure. Maybe you're not failing. Maybe you're just being shaped." I don't know why, but those words stuck with me. They echoed in my head that night, louder than the voice that told me I couldn't. That was the first time I thought, what if I stopped listening to the voice that doubted me? The next morning, I made a quiet decision. Not a big promise. Not a grand plan. Just a simple choice. I will try again. But this time, I'll do it differently. I won't expect perfection. I'll just keep showing up. So I started small. I set my alarm 30 minutes earlier. I read a chapter every day, even if I didn't fully understand it. I began asking questions in class, even when my voice shook. I joined a running group, not to win, but to learn discipline. And let me be honest, I failed. A lot. I still got low grades. I still got laughed at. I still felt like giving up. But every failure didn't break me like before. It became fuel. I started noticing small changes. I understood one more concept this week than last. I could run longer without stopping. My teachers noticed I was trying. A classmate said, "Hey, you've really improved." That one comment? It felt like a mountain moved. The journey wasn't linear. Life never is. There were days I doubted everything again. Days I wanted to go back to old habits. Days I thought, this is too hard. But then I'd remember that boy who sat on the couch, feeling worthless, and I'd say to myself, "You're not that kid anymore. Keep going." Eventually, my efforts compounded. I raised my grades. I finished my first 5K race. I discovered a passion for learning I never knew I had. I started believing, slowly but surely, that I was capable. And the voice in my head? It changed. It began to say things like, "Maybe you can. You're getting there. Try one more time." Years later, I stood in front of my graduating class as a speaker. I wasn't there because I was the smartest. I wasn't the most popular. But I was the one who didn't stop. I shared my story with them, the real story. The tears. The failures. The doubt. And I told them what I'm telling you now. You are not your mistakes. You are the strength that rises after every fall. You are not born great. You become great by choosing to try, even when everything inside you wants to quit. Today, I continue that journey. Life still throws challenges my way. I still hear the whispers of doubt now and then. But now, I know how to answer them. So if you're watching this, and you feel like a failure, like you're not enough, hear this. I was you. I am you. But you don't have to stay where you are. Start small. Start scared. Start tired. But just start. Because every step forward, no matter how small, is a step away from who you were, and closer to who you can become. From zero to hero. And it starts with believing that your story isn't over yet. Believe me, if I can, you can too.